What's up, Saber fans? It's your boy Breezy back again. Today's installation is a special one because this is actually the first time that I've done an installation for this hilt, and this installation is not for the faint of heart. This is a Green Mamba. So this was created by the custom Saber shop. It is a marvel in terms of engineering. Let's take a closer look at it. So this is the raw form. This is all aluminum. Some versions of this saber have been anodized or powder coated to get different colors, but this one is completely aluminum. It has something like 71 machined parts, and there are a lot of parts to this thing. It definitely kicked my butt in terms of the installation. So this custom saber shop Green Mamba was sent in to me by Bryan, and it has been installed with a CFX soundboard. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you the lower chassis that holds the battery or where the board is, because it is a process to get to the board and a process to take apart the pommel. But I can do my best to explain to you what was all installed in here. And I know Bryan knows how to take this apart and put it back together, but I don't think he's going to be doing that. Based on our conversations, this is actually his one of his unicorn sabers, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece of machinery to have. Okay, so up here it's installed, I believe with a Shtok V4 lit PCB. It is a 2-button setup, and the 2 buttons are right here. There's going to be a power and auxiliary. And it comes down to a crystal chamber, which I've put a real quartz crystal in here for Bryan. Now the kit comes with a resin printed crystal, I believe, but we opted for a real quartz crystal. And you can see all these steel tracks here are tubes. Those are all the wire channels. This is where all the wires are feeding through, so you don't see any wires at all when looking at this saber. And now the CFX soundboard is housed in here. It does have its own platform here that is supporting it, and that's where all the wires are feeding to. Now these here actually have functions. So the one on the right is actually very, very unique. The kit comes with a magnetic charger. So this is actually held on by a magnet. So you can just pop this. It's a pretty strong magnet. Pop this right off. And then you are going to use, hold on 1 second. This piece, and it's an adapter. It plugs into a wall charger, and it just snaps into place like this. And this is how the battery is charged in this saber. Very, very cool design. All right, and like I said, this is just magnetic. It pops right on, right off. And then on this side is the kill switch. So this is what's going to activate the saber or feed the power to the saber and cut the power to the saber as well. And it comes down here into a non-removable 18650 battery, along with the speaker that comes along with the kit that was created by the custom saber shop specifically for this lightsaber. I also installed 2 6-pixel accent strips right here, so you get some shine through here. And Bryan actually installed, I don't know if you can see it, it's the micro mesh on all of the windows, all 8 of the windows on the pommel. He installed that prior to sending it to me to be installed. Let's go ahead and flip her on. The kill switch is right here. And as you can see, it pulses while it's in idle, and it's gonna pulse to whatever the blade color is And the speed of the pulse is what Bryan and I had discussed. He wanted something, a slower pulse, that it's really taking its time. And I think we achieved that pretty well. There's a closer look at the real quartz crystal chamber pulsing in there. And here are the accent strips. And it does come with this machined blade plug as well. All right, let's go ahead and fire her up. Again, 2-button setup, power and auxiliary. And I do have gesture controls on here for you, Bryan, but with the CFX, I did it a little differently. So when you want to turn it off, you want to make sure, so here is 90 degrees. When you want to twist it off, you want to make sure it's below the 90 degrees. And it'll twist right off, it'll go right back to idle. To twist it on, you want to make sure it's above the 90 degrees. It'll twist right on. You see, if you twist it here, it won't turn off at all, but it will here. All right, and I know that you know your way around the CFX soundboards in terms of the controls, but I will also send you the controls via email just for a refresher as well, so you know how to properly operate your Saber. Now in terms of the sound fonts on here, we did exactly what you wanted. So we have the stock CFX sound fonts, and then the few additional ones that you wanted as well. I added those on there. I also added the music tracks that you wanted. I added a slower Star Wars theme, a Force theme. I also added Duel of the Fates and the Imperial March. So just all the good Star Wars tracks are on here for you as well. And I can show you a little bit of that once we put the blade in and check it out. All right, let's go ahead and put the blade in so we can do more of the demo. So your retention screw is going to be the middle one right here. You don't want to mess with these ones on the top or bottom. You want to just unscrew the middle one. And then the blade plug should slide right out once you have it all loose. There's the aluminum blade plug. And I did give this thing a nice polish, but it is all aluminum, so it can be a fingerprint magnet, all right? So, and I know, Bryan, I know you have a 7/8" blade. This Saber takes a 1" blade, but Bryan has a 7/8" blade, so that's what I wanna show you. I have my own 7/8" adapter with my tester blade, so I'm gonna go ahead and test it with that today. Put the adapter in. So we're gonna make sure it makes good contact. And then we're gonna tighten that retention screw, okay? Let's go ahead and fire her on. All right, and then I know you said you wanted it to change color like the legacy way where you can hold the button. I did that for you, so you have that option. You also have the Kyber dial option as well. So you can push aux and power at the same time to go into the spectrum menu, and then you can rotate. So that's the new way to do it. And then you hit the aux button to save it, or you can hold aux and twist, and then it'll change the color profile for you. Really cool. And I did include a ton of colors on it for you as well, Bryan, so you could change it to any of those colors that I added onto the soundboard for you. And then to change sound fonts, you want to hold the aux button while it's off.
Sound bank selection. Nightfall.
The stock CFX fonts. And then you just push the button to change.
Crystal focus. Crystal focus.
Nebula.
Crystal focus.
So the power button you'll go backwards in the list. The aux button will go forward in the list.
Nebula.
Let's do this one. There you go. So that nebula one, you know what color that blade is. Now that the accent crystal and the strips are pulsing in that color. Let's go to the track player.
Sound bank selection.
Nebula.
Crystal focus. Crystal focus.
Nightfall.
Exit menu. System menu. SD card USB access. Audio player.
So all of the awesome Star Wars tracks on here for you.
Sound bank selection.
Nebula. Nebula.
Crystal focus. Crystal focus.
Nightfall.
And there was something really, really cool that Bryan wanted me to include on this because it is a CFX 9-axis soundboard. That means we can use force activation with this. So I just want to go ahead and show you that. So the force activation works with a magnetic ring that I went ahead and picked up for Bryan. What it does, it changes the magnetic field around the Saber, so it activates it once you pass over the Saber. Well, that's it, guys. This is the custom Saber Shop Green Mamba in its raw aluminum form. This was sent in to me by Bryan. Bryan, thank you so much for trusting me with this Saber. This is definitely a magnificent Saber, a magnificent piece of machinery. I know that you've gone through a journey with this, so I hope that when you get it, you absolutely love it and it's done exactly the way you wanted it. If you guys are looking for a custom lightsaber installation, a custom neopixel blade, conversion of a Black Series or a Master Replica, hit me up, check me out. Breezy Saber Works on Facebook, Instagram. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Till next time, may the Force be with you. Peace.